Today marks Central Karoo Mayor Gayton McKenzie's 100th day in office.
Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton McKenzie has singled out criminal cartels as among the major issues that are underlying causes of the melee that is affecting the power utility. Eskom.
Mayor McKenzie has tackled service delivery issues and revived the local economy with new businesses and investments. He says he's now ready to take on fraud and corruption. For years, the Beaufort West municipality has faced scrutiny for the siphoning off of millions, allegedly by senior municipal officials. 3 of them go on trial for tender fraud later this year. One of them is McKenzie's coalition partner from the Karoo Democratic Force. All those who are part of the rot have been warned to get ready to face the music.
We are going to launch a full forensic investigation. The promotions are even worse in Beaufort West. The unions, politically connected people, were taken to posts that they themselves don't even qualify for. And I'm not going to sit here and say, no, everything is right here. I would sit here and tell you that most is wrong here. They are interested only in capital projects, and people will have to answer.
You know, obviously, it hit the headlines when you became the mayor. Let's talk about that, and you becoming the mayor of the Central Karoo District Municipality. What's your affiliation or affinity to that particular region and municipality?
No, yeah, it did hit the headlines. I think firstly is that let me say, how did I end up becoming the mayor? I asked our people, like, what is it? Because I'm aspiring for high office. And I said, what is it that I lack? And they said, you got business sense, you've done well for charity, but you lack public office experience. And I said, go and find me the most bankrupt, the highest unemployment figure, the people where they can't even pay salaries. Go and find me the worst run municipality. And they came back with Central Karoo, and I said, that's where I want to go. I wanted the one that is totally dysfunctional, that's broken, people don't have jobs, people can't even pay, the municipality sometimes cannot pay salary, one of the B municipalities. And I said, let me go there. So there wasn't really an affinity. It was more to prove what I can do by turning it around in a certain time frame.
So we'll come back to the municipality in a moment, but you say that you aspire to higher office. So what is the ultimate objective here?
You know, whether I go to Parliament, whether I become the Premier of the Western Cape, and one thing I can tell you is that come 2024, South Africa will be run by a coalition government. And what you see in the city of Johannesburg is what's going to happen in 2024. The PA will be the kingmaker. We'll decide which side becomes president, and we might choose ourselves. You never know.
Karoo District Mayor Gayton McKenzie is accused of initiating a flushing toilet project without approval from the Prince Albert municipality. Shana Fernandes, the DA's constituency head there, joins me now to discuss some of those concerns raised. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you for your time. You say that a lot has been ignored when it comes to following the correct procurement processes regarding these toilets. Talk to us about some of your concerns.
Good afternoon, Paul, to you, to the viewers and the listeners. Yes, there's been a blatant disregard for rules, processes and procedures. And I think before we commence this interview, I need to state for the record that the district mayor has certain roles and responsibilities as compared to a B municipality mayor. And in this case, Newton Park, Lughamka falls under the Prince Albert municipality. So up front, I need to say that Prince Albert municipality had been engaging the district municipality, engaging the contractor, who chose to ignore all the advice and the request for them to stop with the work that they were doing, which clearly, as the pictures would show, is suboptimal. And now we are facing an environmental disaster that can have a huge impact not only on the residents of Newton Park, but as well as the environment, because currently sewage is seeping into the earth, it is seeping into an adjacent or nearby river, and the contractor, if I must say up front, none of the processes that are required by the municipality were adhered to. So I think that's just as an introduction to let you know that the municipality had been engaging the district since the 22nd of February. Letters were issued to the municipality, to the contractor, telling them to, stop what they were doing. And despite that, they continued with this work.
Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for your time. Let's just begin with the 100 days, and I'll put it to you like this. You've achieved the promises that you've made. You've kept all of them, but you've done that in classic style by being frustrated with government processes and then raising the funds, as you're known to do yourself. Now 100 days are over, and finally you have to engage with these processes. How did you manage to do it by raising funds privately, and how are you looking forward to the next 9 months having to deal with the processes?
Right. We are so used to people making promises, and then they encounter problems and they come back and tell us we can't do this because we've encountered this problem. I was in no mood to go back to people and tell them that I subsequently found out that there's no money in the municipality. So I went out publicly, transparently. I went to go and raise money so that we can fix these things. We have promised the people that we're going to fix the swimming pools, which we did. We promised that we are going to eradicate the bucket system, which for me is bigger than just eradicating it. It's like bringing people dignity. That people cannot in this day and age still be subjected to using a bucket system. We have under-promised and overcommitted. We have brought investment. We have managed to create 350 jobs, and I say the next 9 months is going to be fire. Now I have time. I didn't have time then, and now I've got a better grasp of how these things really actually work. But now I have time. I will fulfill those in the next coming months. You see, the government processes I love. People are so used to saying, one person was telling me we need to do a feasibility study for a pool. I burst out laughing because we always people look for things to make money out of the solution. This time we bring a new way of doing things. We have time. We will do everything that we've promised going forward. We've got big plans to turn this into Dubai. We've not used the state's money, number one. And number two, I didn't just go out with taking a collection bowl and went to go and say put money in. Firstly, we went to council. We explained the plan to council. We told council we don't have money. We told council about my promises. Council unanimously gave me permission to raise the money and put the money into a trust. Now, when people, I'd rather be criticized and found in an audit that I have done wrong while I've done the job. People are not doing the job and still gets criticized in audit outcomes. So for me, you can criticize me all you like, but I know the people tonight can flush the toilets. I know everything I've promised, I've done. Everything I said I'm going to do, I have done. And the next 9 months, all the things we're talking about, we are going to do it.
We'll get to the 9 months and what will happen after, but just stick on the promises. One of them that you made today is a promise to end load shedding in the Central Karoo within 9 months. A lot of politicians have made the same promises for their municipalities. How will you do it?
Politicians make promises all the time, but I'm different. I'm going to do it. We are going to go out and we're going to want to become energy independent. We are going to call for bids, and we're going to follow the process, and we're going to call for bids, and because we have what other municipalities don't have. We've got wind at night, we've got sun during the day, we've got evacuation capacity, and we've got vast tracts of land. That's the renewable jackpot. We have all four. So what we are going to do in the next council meeting, we are going to follow the processes transparently and say to people, come to the Central Karoo, come and set up solar farms, come and set up wind farms, come and set up storage facilities, and this place will become energy independent. Most illegal immigrants in this country come straight from jail into your house, and you leave them with your daughters and your children. I'm saying it here today, farmers are being killed by illegal foreigners. Because you go to every farm, there's illegal foreigners. There's no fingerprints. 90% of you sitting here don't even know the family of your help at home. You go to the Western Cape, there's not a single restaurant where you'll find a South African. Some of you say South Africans are lazy. Let me tell you something. That's a lie to suit yourself. You say those things because, number one, you know a legal foreigner does not have a union. Number two, you know a legal foreigner, you don't need to contribute towards UIF. It's an indictment that business people in this country has taken the posture of being against South Africans and choosing illegal foreigners. I'm an ex-prisoner. Forget about me, because I'm successful. But a normal ex-prisoner can't find a job in this country, because when you vet him, and you find out, but none of you here has vetted the illegal foreigners working in your houses, working in your business. But I've got news for you. 2024, there will not be one illegal foreigner 2 days after the new government will come in. Because most of us have one demand for our vote. Our vote is all illegal foreigners should be mass deported. People like us have support because people are angry, but we don't see that anger. What's going to happen in 2024? So I'm just conclusion. Let me tell you, this country, you want law and order, but you allow people to jump the border. Refugees, you call them, no, they are refugees. Refugees that go on holiday December. What type of refugees are this? They should leave our hospitals, and I'm not going to come here and tell you any reason why they should stay. But I'm going to tell you one reason why they should go. Because the next violence that will erupt against illegal foreigners in this country, if they couldn't stop the violence in Durban, and Durban only, can you imagine if the whole country rise up? The country is angry at illegal foreigners. And we are the ones hiring them. We are the ones, the people with money, are the ones giving them opportunities. You have never vetted the illegal foreigner. He's alone with your wife. I have white friends of mine that phone that the daughter has been raped, the man has been killed, the wife has been killed. That is losing their minds. Where will you find him? Because there's no fingerprints. Number two, don't let anybody tell you there will not be a coalition in this country. Let me tell you, we are very fortunate in South Africa that we have one chance. It is proven the ANC, I don't want to dwell on that. They have had 30 years to govern. They have not governed. The country is going down. The country is going down. So let's not talk about that. That for me, it's a fact. That has been established. What must still be established is that this is the second and last chance we have to remove the ANC. The DA came closest to removing the ANC was Musi Maimani. That was the closest. If you can check 2016 what happened with Musi Maimani, the DA. And then they removed Musi Maimani because apparently he made a mistake. How many mistakes has Helen Zeller made? Now I want to say something to you. There's one man that I never thought I would say this, but there's one man that has dedicated his life to fixing the Rainbow Coalition, and it's Dr. Corny Mulder of the Freedom Front Plus. He has worked tirelessly, and there's one woman that has been destroying what he has been building. Let me tell you what happened in Johannesburg. I said to them, listen, I will join your coalition. For now, put me in, but as soon as we are stabilized, I will demand another portfolio. The same with IFP. When that time arrived for us to demand, Helen Zeller said, no, we can't give you. I said, then I'm walking. She says, he will not walk. He's bluffing us. The rest is history. The same happened in Eisner. I said with John Steenhuisen at the Cullinan Hotel, I said, if you are not going to appoint a colored person, because that's our all-white management, I will walk. he also was told by Helen he will not walk. Herman Masaba is my competitor, but I can tell you one thing. Herman Masaba tried his damnedest to save this coalition. If you have one chance for your children to not be under ANC rule, while Herman Masaba and Mulder, Dr. Corny Mulder is building, trying to bring a coalition that can beat the ANC, the DA is talking to the ANC for a coalition in 2024. The joke is on them because the mayor of Cape Town said it, Ellen Zeller said it, the thing said it, but you guys don't want to hear that. The ANC will run them out of the ground. They are busy talking. I'm telling you as a fact, I am in the ANC coalition. They tell us, these ones think we are stupid. They want to dictate to us what will happen in 2024. Once they've given us the vote, we will show them flames. Now I'm saying to you today, don't vote for the PA, but definitely don't vote for the DA. Vote for Action SA or Freedom Front Plus, because your votes are going straight to the Tuli House. Helen Zeller told you that, but you know you want to be soothed that it is not like that. Never vote for me, because the 5 things I'm going to do is things that most of you do not like. So don't vote for me. Number 1, I'm going to bring God back into schools, into South Africa, because God has been written out of our constitution. Number 2, I'm going to make sure that every child over the age of 18 goes to the army. Whether you like it, whether you white, whether you black, whether you gay, whether you straight, you can throw the gun away, but you are going. Number 3, I'm going to mass deport all illegal foreigners and punish business people that still keep them for a day or 2. Now you're not clapping, I can see. Number 4, I'm going to make sure that we get rid of white, black, Indian, colored. On the paper, it will only be white people, will only be black people, white people, colored people, Indian people will be known on the paper only as South Africans. It's time for us to. Everybody kicks the can. Everybody gets away from the racism issue. Let's deal with the 2 issues bothering this country, race and land. Number 1, get away from race. Let's be one nation under God and build this country together and make South Africa great. Number 2, the land issue. You know, I just laugh when I see all these debates. We want the land and we're not going to give you the land. Here's this simple story what the PA stands for. We say, if you have land, that's fine. The state got lots of land that they can give to whoever wants land. But here's the issue. If you are a black man that wants land, or a colored man or a white man, or any man, you gotta have that land needs to be productive. It needs to give people jobs, it needs to pay land. We need to see productivity happening on the land. If not, we will then take that land from you and compensate you. So you can have 300 farms, but if those 300 farms are not producing, and you only produce on 4 of them, we will take 296 farms and pay you market value for your farms. Listen, let me tell you, the last thing I will do is be a farmer. My friend is a farmer. He wakes up 4 o'clock. He's richer than what I am, and he drives a Toyota Hilux buggy. I've never been that mad. And an old one, I once asked him, I said, you drive so fast, you have an airbag? He says, in this car we die like men. There's no airbag. So I want to say to you, South Africa, the worst person that will prevent us rising is Helen Zeller. No way you can fight with everybody and then you're the innocent one. She fought with Helen, she fought with him, she fought with Musi, she fought with the lady that was there, the black lady was there the day. She fought with him and Masaba. She comes here, speak good English, say, we're going to remove the ANC. That's all you want to hear, remove the ANC. But the crazy part, you don't see. Helen Zeller is the reason why there will not be, why the ANC will be in government come 2024. The ANC will be in government with a coalition with the PA and with other parties that don't want to see Helen Zeller. Somebody needs to call Helen Zeller and tell her. She goes on TV yesterday. She says, I told her, I'm just in politics to steal. My biggest opposition, and she says, Corny Mulder was with me. Corny Mulder gave her affidavit that said, I was there. Gayton has never said that.
How stupid does she think we are? She's coming here. I was hoping that she must be a speaker after me because I wanted to listen to crazy talk today. John Steenhuisen is the ultimate gentleman, and he's smart. The problem with John Steenhuisen is, as long as Helen is there, you will never see his true potential. She wanted to make the PA a beach, and we hurt her, because we ain't nobody's beach. And in conclusion, I want to leave you with something to think about here. Nelson Mandela was the hero of everyone. Today, Nelson Mandela is the hero of foreigners and white people only. Don't believe what I'm telling you. Who's still celebrating in the black community Nelson Mandela Day? Not even the government. Go speak to our kids, they tell you he's a sellout. And I'm saying to you today, Nelson Mandela is no sellout. You white people turned him into a sellout. You turned Nelson Mandela into a sellout because he took your word. He went to us and said the Springbok emblem should remain. He went to us and said, you guys must work together. Afrikaners are good people. Look at where we are today. Look at this room. This is the strongest indictment on where we are. This is a business room. You can count 3 black people in this room. And that's how the JSE looks. That's how business looks. We are nowhere. You guys are everywhere. You've not reciprocated as white people what Mandela has done to you. And you can get as angry as much as you like. But the truth of the matter is, if you sit here and you think black people will forever remain in poverty, colored people will forever remain in poverty, you are making the biggest miscalculation of your life. But your children are going to pay for that. How do we fix that? You need somebody that will come in this country and say, no more unions in this country. All unions should go to hell. There can't be unions in a country with the highest unemployment figure in the world. All unions should go to hell. Number 2, you need somebody like me to come and get this country right.